Oh. Good afternoon. That's not me. Let's refresh this page, see if I can get me up on the iPad. Oh, excuse me. Oh, there I am. I've turned the sound down this time, haven't I? Hi, Sally. Hi, Alison. Hi, Sheree. Hi, Sarah Lou. Emma's not quite back from school yet, but am I on the right thing to set? Yeah, that's okay. So just checking I'm on me and on the iPad and not Be Crafty. I'm on Be Crafty as the thing, but not on. Oh, that might be Emma just come through the door. Hello, Emma? Emma? Oh, she's not answering. Hello? Hello. Oh, you are there. I said hello more than once.
Oh yeah, I was listening to music.
Share now, more options. I am doing a live.
Oh, I've got Pringles.
Emma's got Pringles, everybody.
What Pringles? They didn't have a crystal one.
Share to a group. So I'm just trying to share.
Oh yeah, live. Oh. My shoes squeaky.
So she is here now. Oh my goodness, that was a bit of a trauma doing that. Right, where did I get to? I got Sarah Lou. Hi Joan. Hi Gail. Hi Samantha. Oop, it jumped up then. Hi Linda. Hi Susan. And it did it again. I said Susan, didn't I? Hi Laura. Hi Kim. Hi Denise. It's because there's new ones. Comments are added. I think it flings it up. Hi Noreen. Hi. Oh, hello Sally. So
the green
again,
ones.
the green ones. You know.
I also got strawberries and cream and chocolate.
Ooh. Emma's been getting all the snacks in too, Shireen.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, crikey, it's moving fast. Did I say hi, Lynn? Hi, Lynn's got Twiglets. Oh, do you know what? Twiglets, they're really weird, aren't they? Because I always think I don't really like them, but then when I start eating them, they're like, yeah, they're addictive. Hi, Helen. Hi, Joe.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Louisa. Shireen's on her way. Oh, I can't keep up because it keeps jumping. Oh, go away, Siri. Go away, Siri.
I'm not sure I understand. Is there something else I can help with?
No, go away, Siri.
Okay.
It's very polite. If I've missed anybody, I apologise. Good afternoon, Louise. I think I caught everybody. It just keeps jumping. So I hope you haven't all ate all your snacks yet. Your schnacks, I should say. Haven't ate all your schnacks yet. Because you still got me and Sally and Bev. So you've got 3 more live hours. Oh, licorice, all sorts. Ooh, don't do anything. Hi, Pauline. Oh, I better not say the name of that thing that comes up on the iPad again, had I? Because it will just pop up. Right, now, I'm going to do an MDF tag. And I know that I didn't realise when I decided to do an MDF tag that Anne's video was an MDF tag. But because I did watch her fabulous video, and I know that it's not like what I'm going to do, so that's okay. But I was going to do this right from beginning to end, but that I then realised that I wanted this to be really, really white. Now, the MDF, you can use raw, as such, you can put paint straight onto it, but I actually wanted a white background, so I have used gesso. Now, gesso is not as opaque as acrylic white paint, so it took me a few coats, and so I'm glad that I did actually plan. And well, sort of plan. It was while I was watching Sam's live, to be honest. I thought, well, I know what, while I'm sitting there, I'm just going to paint this with gesso. So I did. So I've got a hot water bottle because my back was hurting, and now it's really, really hot and it's burning me. So if you hear us sloshing about, blame the hot water bottle. The screen's frozen, but my comments are still going up, so that's fine. So it would normally be this colour, but I have coated it with white gesso. I'll move that. Oh, what's that come up on? Let's get rid of that. That's some card to use in a minute. And I'm going to use the Doodle Art Mandalas #1. So with these beautiful mandalas, and thought we'd do a bit of background on the tag, and then use one of these, well, not one of these, use multiples of these to build a centerpiece that we can build up like really like a really 3D mandala. So I have already painted it white. I'm going to use, I was debating, do I stamp straight on or do I use the collage paper? And I was thinking I'll do collage paper, and then I thought, well, actually there's no need. It's a really flat surface, and it, you know, it's sitting flat on the desk, and it's also quite smooth. Because what I did was, after I gessoed it a few times, drying in between, and then I just got a little bit of sandpaper and just sanded the top, just because gesso is naturally is got that sort of grittiness, because it's there to as a primer to act as a bit of a key to your products. So I sanded it back so it's really nice and smooth. I'm just stroking it now. Oh, sorry, I keep touching my screen, sorry. And my screen has definitely frozen, but so I'm hoping I'm in the middle, in the right place. So the other reason I wanted it to really dry properly, so it's been drying for probably about an hour and a half, is because I wanted to use embossing powder over my ink to really make it nice and glossy, so that if I decided to colour the images in, I would have some like lines to work within. So let's get a piece of paper. I always want to go paper. Let's move those slightly. Move that over there. And I'm hoping that's, let me know if that's not in the middle at any point, and not if I need to move it, because I can't now tell. Right, so I'm going to anti-static. I can't see, oh, there it is, that end. I can see the dust coming out at me. Afternoon, Bev. It's just for the special day, Stacey. We've had lives all day. Oh, look at all that powder I've just like dropped of there. So I'm going to give that a good anti-staticking, because I thought I would use Versafine Clear Black, and then I was thinking to actually emboss with black powder, but black powder can be a little bit, you know, it really does show up. Now, because that's not moving, that's now making that, made that go blank, that screen. Ooh, salty licorice. I like salty things, but licorice. Right, so I don't want the really big ones from the background, but I did want to use more than one, because I'm thinking that the biggest mandala is going to be the biggest part of the centerpiece. Oh, my screen's come back slightly. So let's go with this one. We'll go with the little one, and maybe this one, because that's got quite a nice, whoops. So we've sort of got a variation there. So we've got one with quite a lot of like more intricate detail. Then we've got the ones with the just the circles. Somebody did say to me about it looking potentially like vinyl as well. So if you had want to make a card or something for somebody with a who likes records, then that'd be nice. And then we've got the lots of little circles. I have used that. I don't know why that one's so clean. So let's use those three for the background. Now, this could be fun trying to do this. Let's get, ooh, might do, let's see, let's put them all on blocks first, which is highly unusual for me. So let's go with some of the bigger ones, I think, first, come off the edge. So let's get my Versafine Clay, and this is the black Versafine Clay, and this one stays sort of a little bit damp so you can get the powder on. So let's go down here. There's subtitles available. No, I don't think on Facebook Lives there are. I'm not sure if anybody knows. And I'm going to put the powder on straight away, just so that, do you know what I need to do? I need to move that to the side, otherwise I'm going to have to keep tipping it back in. I don't want to have to keep doing that. I'm doing it that way so that then I can just keep on stamping. A bit more ink, and let's have this one up there. Do like them coming off of the edges because it makes it look sort of more organic. I have got a couple of little speckles there. Right, let's go with some of the vinyl. Let's have that one in there. So I haven't planned this out at all, I have to admit. So it's it'll be good if they all fit in properly. Yeah, I mean, black powder is a bit of a funny one sometimes, isn't it, to try and use, but I like black ink with the black powder. Just makes it really, really what's the word I'm looking for? Really dark. That wasn't the word I was looking for. Really intense. That was the word I was looking for. Intense. Oh, there is some powder in there. It just obviously got a bit stuck then. What I'll do is, once I've stamped them all on, oh yes, all the rings to a tree. If I just blow it, it is actually coming off a little bit. And let's go with the circles. I mean, if they, let me just get a bit of tissue to push that down. I hadn't pushed it on properly. That's it. Forgot what I was saying now. Oh yeah, if they overlap slightly, it won't really matter. Opaque, yeah, yes, opaque. I think I meant intense, but we'll just fit in that gap, I think. Ooh. There. Good things having clear stamps and clear. Good afternoon, Francis. Hi, Carol. Having clear stamps and clear blocks is you can squish things in. I think we're going to have a little bit up there and a little bit down there, and then that will be the background. So just see, oh, the black and white actually. Oh, I didn't put the powder on, did I? It should still be okay. I think we'll just have one bit up there, because then that will make a nice flow of the three of those ones going through. Let's do it over. Ooh, nearly knocked it over. A little bit over the where the hole is. I would like that as well. There. And let's pop. So I could use some of that, but I'm not going to. It's because it would have required me to actually try and stick it in there. Now, so that's all on the paper. So let's, I think something black and white. Doing things in black and white, so it just shows off the beauty of the stamps. Let me just flick that over. Oh, it is flicked over the bin, I promise. Doesn't mean it all went in the bin, but it was flicked in the vague area over the bin. I'm sweating with my hot water bottle. I'm going to have to move it. I think, oh, just take the hot water bottle out because I feel like I'm overheating. Right, now, actually, it's not too bad for speckles, but if you oh, when I did that, see, that's how you know it's not been melted yet. If you were worried about any speckles still, oh, that's not a dry brush. Oh, that was close. Get a dry brush and you can just flick off any bits whilst it's still at a powder stage. But to be honest, if you get a few speckles, I think sometimes it looks quite nice. So I'm going to use my super duper heating tool on its highest setting, and I'm going to let it heat up first, and then I'm going to go across. And black is a bit more of a tricky one to be able to see change, but if I sort of angle it into the light so that I can see it going shiny. So let's get that. Try and lift it up without touching. And I turn it like that so I can hopefully see. Oh, actually it works better like that. And my screen has just gone black. You can touch it. That's the best way to do. It is quite tricky to be able to see it change, but I can just about see as it goes shining. I'm having to really focus on this one. Right, I'm just going to have a little look because it was really hard to see. To be honest, even if the powder hasn't all, I'm not sure about there, even if the powder hasn't all melted, because I stamped it in black ink, even if it brushes off, it's still going to be have a black line. Let's just start it then. Just go over the whole thing quickly. The trouble is you've got to be a little bit careful. I don't know why my computer screen is doing that. It's really annoying. Because if you do heat it too much, it will then just sink into the background and go really dull, and you don't get the nice raised lines. Now, I did wait a few seconds for that it cools quite quickly, to be fair, but if you do touch it too quickly, you can smear it. So that is all done. So let's give that a little wipe. Done that before when it's not been cool enough and smeared it. So I'm really loving that. So I could just leave that background black and white and build up the mandala and colour that, or I could colour the background ones and then do the mandala in black and white so that stands out, or I could colour it all, or I could leave it all black and white. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll stamp out the mandalas and build those up, and then see whether that's, and then we'll sort of think about if we colour that, whether we then need to colour the background or not. So I'm going to, the sad thing is, see, I'm going to do that thing now where I'm going to cover up some of the background, aren't I? But I want the big one, I think. because that fits just nicely on that size tag actually. So we're going to stamp out that biggest one. I want to then take a section of another one. So this is this one here. So what I want to do is really cut out that section there. I'm hoping you can see. And then take perhaps this one here where the smaller parts of the petals. Oh, that's the same one, isn't it? So I could do that. Or I could take the middle bit out of that one. But we'll see. We'll just stamp some out and then we'll just cut them apart and see what happens. So we got some. Now my plan is that if I'm doing colouring, I am going to use alcohol markers. So I am going to use Memento Ink. Let me just wipe. I have got about 20 million microfiber cloths around me, and can I put my hands on any single one of them? No. Just give that a clean. Hi Jenny. Thank you. Right, let's pop that one on there. So let's just give those a quick wipe so I don't get my hands in them. So let's, oh no, not the Versafine Claire. Let's go with the Memento. I think you can use Versafine Claire with alcohol markers, but I do like using Memento. I did re-ink this a little bit earlier, and now I'm just thinking, oh, I hope it's not too, because I can really see the ink on that. I couldn't remember the last time I re-inked it, or if I ever had. So I thought, oh, I'll just do it again. Right, let's go here. Half coloured, half black and white. Oh, I think I really did re-ink that, didn't I? Crikey. I may have re-inked it too much. Let's do it again with a little bit less. Maybe a little bit less pushing down. I think I pushed it like with the new ink and pushing it really hard. Let's not do it as... Give it a moment to just sink in. I'm not pushing it. I'm just sort of resting my hands there. And now I've done it too, not enough. Oh, well, we'll stick with that. To be fair, it's going to be the final one, so it's not even going to have much of it showing. I won't need to leave that on there. So what was the other one I said? I said this one. Was it this one? Will that fit on that block? Nope. My favourite one from this set, I think it's the same one as Sam, to be honest. Although I do love the ones with lots of little circles. And that one, because that's got circles in circles. I like them all, actually, funnily enough. Let's pop that there. I am presuming I am in an okay place where I'm doing this. Right, let's try not to... Oh, it's really, really... Oh, see, I shouldn't have done it, should I? I shouldn't have re-inked it. And when I re-ink, I do, like, really re-ink. I think I may have... I'll do that a bit. Don't know if that'll make any difference. Wafting it. Now I'm not pressing it enough because I'm worried that I'm going to... Right, let's not worry. I'm just going to press it harder. I'm worrying that it's going to be too much ink, and I don't need to. Let's just get on with it. It's the round one. Yes. There, that's better. When I actually do press properly. And... oh, we could have a bit of, we could have 4, should we have 4 layers? I don't want to stick them together. So, this one should, and then we'll take the middle bit out, that one. Oh! Press that there very well. Stick that one in there. yeah, whatever one you're working with, really, isn't it? And let's have, I don't know why I'm inking up the entire stamp when I'm only going to take a section. So that's the other thing. I mean, you don't need to, like, I only really want that little middle bit. So I could, by the time you put an ink pad on, it's more or less it. But I don't need to worry about inking the whole section. Oh, that's right on the edge of that bit of paper. So as long as I'm getting that middle part, I don't need to worry about the other parts, do I? Right, so I am going to quickly just heat set it, just to make sure, especially as that ink is a bit more juicy than normal. So let's give it a zap. We'll do it on high speed so that it zaps it quick. Memento does dry quite quickly anyway, to be honest, but just to make sure, because I'm going to be handling it to, I don't know why I'm doing that one, I'm not taking that one out, because I'm going to be handling it so much while I'm cutting it out, it's probably better just to make sure that it's been dried off. Put that in the bin. Let's get my scissors. Now I am the opposite to Bevan's. My scissors couldn't get any smaller. Now you could leave a little border, but I think I'm going to go along the actual edge. And because you've got this really nice doodly style, it's really good because you don't have to, you know, you're not trying to cut out an actual, you know, circle, as in, you know, a perfect circle. So it makes it easier. Hi, Shaz. So there's our main one. We'll pop that on the floor. Then this will be the next one. So I'm going to do really rough cutting. Oops. And I'm going to take, I think, this outer line here. And again, because you're just deciding where you're cutting, you know, if you don't cut exactly where you intended to start with, it's not going to matter. This is how then you can like really mix and match all your, so you haven't just got 6 mandalas, you've got like however many it makes, because I can't work that out. I'm sure that there's a mathematician, well, somebody who likes working those sorts of things out, who could work out how many different variations you could get. Probably many. I can't even think how many. I'm just going to cut that bit off there. Throw that bit away. So then I've got that potentially for a sentiment and that for a sentiment. Right, so let's see. Oh, sorry, my screen keeps ending up. I'll lose the comments. Ooh, I'm going to go, I think, with that one there. So I could have cut round that bit or the bit right in the middle, but I want to go, oh, so I have to hold it a bit further away from me because I'm long-sighted. Well, slightly long-sighted, not majorly, but it's getting worse. So if I hold it a bit further away, it might help. Too close, too blurry. Or I can find glasses. That would be the other very sensible option. Emma, are you in here?
Yeah.
Are my glasses near to you at all?
Not what I can see.
Oh,
Oh, I found them.
now I'm thinking though, see?
Oh, Mum, I've left the cream in my bag. Oh, no.
Oh no, I don't know what to do because I want to. Thank you.
Put them on your head.
Well, I'd rather have them on my eyes.
Yeah, it's not important.
The card is the Dolly Dimples one, but I'm using this because I'm going to use alcohol markers. If you was using a lot of wet medium, the Distress watercolours, a really good one. No, if you're doing watercolouring. This is good. This is mixed media as well. I don't know. I'm just debating whether to actually cut the flower out, put that in the centre, and then put a smaller one of the circles. Oh, stop going off screen. I'm going to cut this one out. What you could do is like cut out loads of different elements from these and then play mixing and matching, you know, your different layers. So what I was thinking, oh no, I've made that too. See that, I'm sort of thinking that's pointless instead of why I had the flower bit in it, but I quite like that. Ooh, or let's go one less. Or you could do what Bev did. If you just cut the middle parts out and then you've got your outer rings as well. Eventually I'll decide what I'm cutting out. So let's go with that. Oh, that's it. That's what we'll have. And you know what I'm going to do? I mean, I'm going to chop this one down a bit. So it's just a case of playing around until you can see what layers you're happy with. And sometimes you might just need to chop them down a bit more. There, that makes me happy. So there we go. So that's 4 layers for that one. So now it definitely needs, I'm thinking this coloured and the background black and white would be nice, because I think this needs to stand out. So I'm going to, I don't need to colour the whole thing on each section because it's going to be covered. But what I do tend to do is give it some colour sort of beyond that middle part. So let's take those off of there. Put my tag there. I've got to move this now because I'm going to apologise now because I'm going to probably keep reaching because my alcohol markers are right in front of me. So let's move my ink pad out of the way. So we can then really go to town because the background is black and white. It's going to be lots of colours, Gail. All the colours. It's not going to be one colour, one shade. Or can I do lots of greens? You can really go to town now because your background's black and white. It's just whatever you put on top is not going to matter. So let's go with some pinks to start with. And I'm really sorry now because you're going to just have to watch me colouring in. But I'm going to do speed colouring because I can't remember why. Because it's because it's that doodly look, you know, it doesn't require, and I'm not going to do because I'm colouring different parts in with different colours. I'm not going to worry about doing lots of shading or anything like that. It is literally just to get colour on there. And do you know what I could do even more? Go to my chisel end, and then that would be even quicker. Now I'm not really decided which bit that was doing, had I? But there we go. Oh, come back. And let's go to there, to there, to there, to there, to there. And I can just keep checking where that's going to be so that I know. Let's go with a green. Thickened. Now that's not, yeah, so I can be quite, as long as I'm getting this top bit nicely coloured, I don't need to worry so much about that bottom bit. But like I said, I do like to have a bit of colour just because sometimes when you layer things up, and you can still see under them, it's nice to have a bit of something under there. There you go. So I mean speed colouring this is. And let's have a peacock blue for these ones. I mean, the reason why I've decided really to use alcohol markers is because if I was using my watercolour type products, where I'm wanting to do lots of colours, different colours, I would be worried about them mixing too much. Let's go for a bit of yellow. I'm just trying to go through all my different, all the different colours. Get that bit in there. And if it leaves some white bits, I'm not going to worry, because what I might actually do is then go in with the white pen, add some highlights, and then that will sort of, it almost disguises in a way your messy colouring by also adding highlights. So that's that. So I'm not going to worry about the bit right in the middle, because that is right in the middle of that bit. I'm thinking, because I've got that bit of yellow, I'm going to colour that middle section in the same way. And not tons of that is going to be seen. Oh, I've got loads of time, haven't I? This rate, I'll be colouring the background in. There you go, it's a bit of yellow. And I just keep, when I'm doing things like this, just keep sort of checking how that's going to look, so you can sort of think about your colours, because I do try like to bring in the colours that I've got, as well as like being really random. I'm thinking a bit of orange. We haven't got any orange in here yet, have we? Although I could have orange for the centre part. Oh, no, we'll have, yeah, I'm going to mix and match now. Because I've got the orange out, let's go orange for the centre, because then that's a real pop of colours. And the other thing you could also, is if you've got your glossy accents, then that would, you know, really make that really extra for 3D. I'm going to say 3D. 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 We haven't had red actually, have we? So we've got orange and yellow, but that's going to be under that. I think we need a bit more blue. That can be blue and green to echo that. What colour haven't I used? Purple. I haven't used purple. What have I got? Oh, I've got like a dusty purple, or I've got hydrangea, or I've got a dark purple. I think dark purple. Would dark purple be too dark? Oh, yellow and purple go nice together as well, don't they? Because they're oh, what they call them? Complementaries, aren't they? Oh, purple and yellow. Let's go with hydrangea and hope it's not a, because some of these purples are a bit on the pinky. Oh no, that's nice. That's a nice purple. It's not too dark, but it's not pinky purple. Some of my purples are quite pinky as opposed to purple. That's good. So who has been crafting today? Oh, I think I saw Shireen's been crafting today. Oh, that blooming screen. It's a complimentary. And then I'll use the same on the, I've got to remember which colour it was. Been doing a journal page. You are so well into your journaling now, aren't you, Shireen? Which is lovely. Right, peacock blue was one. I think it was meadow, but I'm not sure. I think I want green around the outside, heart and blue, because blue and orange as well, they are, this is where sometimes knowing your colour can be quite helpful. Blue and orange are complementaries as well, so they all often look really nice. They're not good if you sort of mix, well, they go brown if you mix them together, but if you sort of have them as two colours on a project, they do really sort of stand out nicely with each other. They look really nice. Oh, Not long now though, Alison, is it? It's only a few more days. And hopefully you'll get a good rest. That one and that one. Now I have noticed that I do need to go around my edges. Now this is a thing I do like to do, especially if things are going to stand away from each other. I like to make sure I just put a bit of black permanent pen just around the outside cut edge. With alcohol markers, actually, it doesn't always show as much because they sort of soak into your card. It does actually cover some of that whiteness up, but there's still a bit of whiteness there. And I'm keeping my nib away from the bit that's coloured, because otherwise you can guarantee I will slip and draw a nice big fat black line across the coloured part. And I know that because I do it all the time. There we go. So that's some of that. Now I've got some foam pads. Now they are, I've got these quite thick. I think they're 3mm, but I have got foam tape that I think is possibly 2mm. So I'm not sure how. Crikey, how? Whoa, that's quite a difference. But we could do like the bottom one, maybe as a bit high, you know, more raised up than the next one. Will that fit on there? No, I'm going to have to cut it. Of course I will. Let's just have a plan for, let's go about there. And I'll keep these bits because they will then be the other ones. Alfie's always really unhappy when it gets to be the holidays. He just loves, and I truly mean this, he loves going to school. I'm putting a little bit of, I've just got into the habit of putting glue on my foam pads. But also sometimes it's because when you put a foam pad down, it really grabs, like, and if you suddenly go, oh, that wasn't quite where I wanted it, it's a real pain to, you know, you can't get them off. But if you put a little bit of glue, it just gives it a little bit of slippiness. So if you do want to move it, you can. Thank you, Sarah Lou. Oh, yeah, that would be an idea. Oh, wouldn't it? A dart bottom. Just suddenly realised I'm going to line those petals, like in this flower. They go into the ones around. So you could do it so that it's offset into the blue ones, or you can do it so it's set into the green. So that it's quite quick grab glue. And that, actually, that's not as high. That's not as high as I thought. So we'll stick with this one because we want it to have a bit of dimension, don't we? So that one, yeah, one of those on. I mean, it still grabs really quick. It's just, it gives you just a moment if you suddenly go, ah, move. Oops. So like, ooh, like that. It allows me a little bit of wiggle room when I've dropped it. But it's like within seconds, it's grabbed it. Whoa, this could be interesting, this little one, couldn't it? That's going to need the teeniest, tiniest little bit of foam pad ever. I thought, do you know what? I keep all my little bits. I've probably got tons of little bits in there. That's okay. That's the right size. Hi, Caroline. Oh, I didn't put the glue on that one, but it doesn't matter for that side. Should have got my pokey tool, shouldn't I, for that? I coloured that all in blue, and look, I'm covering it up. Although you can still see it a little bit underneath. And there we go. There's our 3D mandala. All right, let's put my lid on my glue because that's always a fatal error, isn't it? And let's just tip these bits. Oh, no, I didn't. I managed to tip them on the floor. Right, let's get this. Oh, yeah. So that's, I'm wondering, oh, I'm just thinking that because I didn't want, because I've done those three, I was thinking that I'd have a little bit of that sticking out, so that there could be sentiment at the top, or see, it could have gone up here, but then it's covered all of that up. So I'm thinking that might be a nice sort of place it to go and put the sentiment at the top then, I think. Oh, well, that's fantastic, you know. I always was quite interested in the idea of forensic stuff. Alfie wants to be a scientist, so that's I don't think science is actually his favourite subject, but he's very good at maths, so they say. He does love a bit of maths. I'm just wondering whether, let's raise it up off there as well. Let's go mad. I will definitely, as well, on this bit, have some glue because I've got the embossing underneath. So just to make sure, because it's an acrylic glue, I'm just wondering whether I should have cut that and done more than one, but I've done it now. Oh, it's sounding good then. I'm going on to get good good grades and good degrees. But let's do that there. Then there's a little bit. Ooh, see? That's why it's good to have the glue. You've got a little bit of that one, that one, that one, and that one all showing underneath then. And you could do the same with smaller versions going up actually, but I'm going to just put I'm going to put a sentiment on the top of there. I think I do like it with the black and white background. But what you could do is, I did get out the scribble sticks because you could go over with the, I don't, silly. So I could, well, let's just do just a little tiny bit just to see. I'm thinking actually that I'm going to go with the peacock, if I can find the one that's the peacock one. Yep, that one. And just, if you take a bit off, did I actually wet that? That's better. Just, that's going to, where the embossing powder is, it's going to resist. Let's just do a little bit on each, just as a little touch of colour. Let's go. So I'm not colouring them all in, but just adding a little bit just to match. And where I covered up a bit of that sort of peacock blue in the middle, and that will just bring that back out again. So it's echoing the colour in the main mandala, but not adding too much. See, I could actually now go mad and just do that, but I won't. Will not go mad and do the whole lot. So the only thing it needs now, well, and two things it needs now. It needs a sentiment, and then it needs a bit of ribbon. So let's see if that, so that I can just wipe over. Yeah, I was going to say it probably will. It has resisted against the embossing lines anyway. So let's go with I think we need a ticker tape. So you probably, I don't even know if you can actually see these. I am just looking and just pick that up. So I did have some, yeah, I did, didn't I? I thought I had. So I do like dreams are the touchstones of our characters. I also like don't believe everything you think. Should we go with that one? Let's go with don't believe everything you think. that off of that one. And what we'll do is we'll stamp it onto here. That's the very well managed little piece of card today there. Right, let's because it's quite fine and I know my archival hasn't been re-inked recently, I'll use that one because it shouldn't be too blobby, too wet and juicy. And let's go here. That was quite good the way that fell off. Just little things I'm using. Archival does dry really quickly, so I don't worry too much about. You can still heat set it, and actually sometimes I have gone a bit too quick fiddling with stuff with archival on, and it will sort of go on your hands, but it's a pretty quick drying ink because you've got that there. Because you've got that black line around your ticker tapes, it's immediately giving you that matting and layering that you don't actually have to worry. And if I'm going to raise these up as well, I think I'm sure I've got these foam pads quite handy actually, because they've got in between for holding the squares, you've got these bits, and they're actually quite handy for doing like little sentiments and things. I don't know if they planned it that way. Right, let's, wonder where it's gone then. It's over there. So, oh my goodness, look, that was the exact length. Oh yeah, it'd be lovely to start when we see everybody's designs at the moment. Ooh, the screen. And let's, oh, I've done that. I shouldn't have done it because I wanted to. Oh, I am going to just put that there because I've unsticked the back now. That can't gunked up in that time, can it? I'll put the lid on. Then you get the opposite of like too much glue. Just get rid of a bit of that. Don't believe everything. I'll just have to lift it up to check it's straight. You think. Let me just hold that up just so I can see. There we go. And one finished MDF tag. So, oh, I was going to try and put that little thing on there. That don't work. So let me move that white from behind because that probably is not helping to see it properly. In fact, let's find if I've got a bit of black. I haven't got a bit of black big enough. Have I? Probably not. Is that big enough? Oh, there we go. Just about big enough. There. So there we go. So they're brilliant for backgrounds, but also for your main focal points, and not just seeing them as individual mandalas, seeing them as how you can mix and match and get so many different variations of your mandala. That's the lovely thing about mandalas, isn't it? They are just so varied and you can do so much. So thank you very much. I would put probably a bit of black ribbon in that one, to be honest. yeah, but definitely black to go with the black stamping on here. But you can go as black and white and monochrome as you like, or as bright and zingy as you like, or as subtle as you like. They will look lovely whichever way. So if you have missed anything, I'm sure that the lives will still be on the Facebook page. Anne's video is over on the YouTube channel, and next is Sally at 6 p.m. on this page. And I do believe, is there another giveaway coming up at 5 o'clock, I expect, Bev? So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and do make sure you show us when you get your stamps and you make your lovely projects as well. So thank you very much, and I will see you later when I remember hot water bottle out of the way so I can stand up. All right, see you later. Bye.